Welcome back to Daytime. We have more food in front of us, which is very exciting. We're going to stick on the holiday theme. You know, we were just talking about how people, they don't remember how to make things creative and make sure you're being healthy at the same time. During the holiday season, they stick out their turkey, they stick out their peas, but there's so many different ways to have great food and be healthy at the same time. And that's why we have Lydia Knorr here with us today. She is a dietitian as well as a foodie, who's going to give us some great tips on ways that we can make some great things for the holiday season, as far as hors d'oeuvres especially. And also use beef, which is healthier than a lot of things that we'll be talking about, right? So welcome to the show.
Yes, welcome to the show. Now, before we start, just in case some of us don't know, what's a foodie?
Well, just somebody who loves food.
Okay, there
so
you
that's
go.
what we're foodies.
I'm a foodie then, for sure. Okay, I just want to be like, am I a foodie too?
And enjoying the experience of cooking and creating and indulging in food. Yeah,
that's awesome. So how do you make sure that you're still keeping the great taste, but you're still touching the healthy aspect of it?
You know what, it really comes down to experimenting with different flavors.
Right.
So what I thought I would do for you folks today is talk about holiday hors d'oeuvres. You know, now that Halloween's over, we're around the corner from Christmas time, and we know that we're going to start you know, and all of those deep fried and phyllo-filled pastries and all kinds of things. And it's really hard. I know that I always pay special mind to what I eat over the holiday season because, you know what, it's very easy to let yourself go.
Oh, it's so easy.
So what I thought I would do with you today is share a couple of Ontario beef recipes, because that's why we're here today, to talk about Ontario
the best
beef.
Right?
Absolutely.
There you go.
So these are two recipes that I'm going to feature this morning. First, we're going to do one that taps into a little bit of our multiculturalism that we have in Ontario as well. We love, you know, we love to sort of tap into different recipes, different flavors. So this is a Japanese recipe using Ontario beef, and they're called Maki Rolls. So it's sort of like a spoof on a sushi.
Awesome.
But instead of the nori leaf, you're using your beef as your outside, and then you're filling it with some great tasting vegetables, and then seasoning it with some different spices. And that's really how you get that flavor profile, you get the nutrition, you get the satisfaction, the satiety, because it's beef, it's full of protein and all.
That's wholesome like that too.
Exactly.
But I mean, you can even go towards more of a leaner beef, right? So
absolutely. Well, this is a lean cut of beef. What we're using today is an outside round, and what I thought I would do is I would show your viewers what the end product's going to look like.
Right.
I don't know that we'll get through the whole experience of cooking and cutting it for you, but what I was going to ask you two to do, if you wouldn't mind, is to help show your viewers how we're going to prep this recipe.
Oh, of course.
Okay. We love being hands-on.
If anything, our viewers know, they know we like to get our hands dirty and we like to cook, so we're going to do it.
So I've done one
aside from some of the mishaps that's happened on the show. It's been pretty
you know
fun.
what? That to me is part of the experience of cooking.
It is. It's so much fun.
You know what? It's about making a mess, getting your hands dirty, enjoying it, and you know what? The more you do it, the more comfortable you become. And you know, I prepped these recipes a few times before I got them to look like that.
One time we had a chef come on and the blender went crazy and it went all over.
It exploded all over me. I was pretty
so
That's why we have our wet wipes. Yes,
it was so much fun to watch.
Anyway, so what we do is we start with a piece of outside round, a nice thin piece of meat. Brittany's got that there. She's going to be doing our prep. But first, we've got 3 key ingredients that we put inside of these rolls, and that is green onion, red pepper, and mango.
So you're putting in the middle of it?
In the middle. We're going to wrap it up. So the way you kind of have your rice inside your sushi roll, this is our filling.
That's an interesting combo. I wouldn't think to put peppers and mango with onion.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Especially with the beef, right? The mango and beef. That sounds pretty good, though. Yeah.
So what I want to do, and I'm going to put you to the test, and I'm going to help you out here, though, Christopher, is how to cut a mango. Nobody knows how to cut a mango.
It's going to be tough,
right?
Yes.
So what we do is we grab a mango, and obviously with other fruits, you know, same deal. You just want to get something that's a little bit malleable, so you know that it's not rock hard when you cut through it. And I'm gonna start this for you.
I've been to Cuba, and I know they love mangoes there, so I've seen them kind of eat them. So let me see if I can remember how to.
Okay, well, what we've got is we've got a really thick seed in the middle of a mango. Right. So we cut off what we call the cheeks. Okay, so you're gonna take one cheek in hand. And I'm gonna take the other cheek.
Deal.
All right.
I don't know when a mango's ripe. Do you smell it? Is it the smell?
You know what? You feel
the
it.
color too,
you feel it. Yeah, it's got a little bit of just sort of softness to it. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is just score it like this. All right. This guy's really ripe, actually.
Yes, it is.
All right. So
Please don't stab your hand. Please
don't go right through. You don't want to go right through. It's nice and juicy.
It's nice and juicy.
And what we're going to do is just scoop it out, and then we've got these beautiful long pieces of mango that resemble the pieces of onion and the pepper.
Wow, that was so easy.
How easy was that? Now you're on. Okay.
All right.
So what we're going to get you to do, Brittany, is you're going to take just one or two pieces of mango, a piece of onion, a piece of pepper, and lay them across the top of your beef.
All right.
Okay.
Horizontally.
Yeah, horizontally, right along the edge, actually, because you're going to be rolling this up.
All right.
Okay. And I'm starting to smell how good this smells. How are you doing there?
I just know everybody's kind of concerned right now. I think I did it.
You did it. Look at you.
Chris with a knife near his
master chef.
All right. Nice job.
All right.
Good job.
Okay, so the reason that we want to incorporate these flavors with the beef, it just lends a really nice flavor to the beef. And again, you know, we want to keep it healthy, but keep their flavor profile really high. So when you go to your grocery store and you want to, let's say, replicate this recipe, just ask your butcher, or you can even go to your farmer's market, your local farmer's market, and ask for Ontario beef.
Okay.
9 times out of 10, you might see something that says Canada beef, and if you're in Ontario, then more than likely that is Ontario beef anyway. But if you really want Ontario beef, and you should because we all like to shop local,
exactly.
ask for Ontario beef. You got it. And then just you know by getting Ontario beef that you're supporting local farmers. And
but when you're asking for beef, right? What are the chances of them actually giving you Ontario?
It'll say on pack. It'll say on pack Canada.
Right.
It may not always say Ontario, but again, if it is in Ontario and it says Canada beef, then you are likely getting 8 to 10.
Now, am I rolling this like this?
You're rolling it like this. Now, what's going to happen? You got to be really diligent there. And what I find works, and you'll see that's what I did with this one.
Did you put little?
I put little toothpicks, exactly. So it's just kind of like surgery, right?
Just stitching it up.
Just stitching it up.
Smells good too.
Doesn't it smell
awesome?
awesome?
The mango must add like a zesty like.
It does, and what we did was we marinated it. So once we do this step 1 that Brittany's doing, here you go, sweetheart. Then we marinate it with soy sauce, rice wine vinegar, and sugar.
Okay.
Okay, and when it's done.
Now, typically, like one roll would serve approximately how many people do you think?
You can cut this into about 8 pieces.
8 pieces. Oh, that's good enough. Yeah, I mean 2 rolls, you got about 16.
Yeah, so 2 rolls will give you about 16, and what you're getting out of maybe 3 pieces is, maybe 4 grams of fat, 6 to 7 grams of protein. You're getting a lot more nutrition out of 3 maki rolls, and let's say out of one of those phyllo hors d'oeuvres that we talked about, which is probably double the calories, half the protein, half the iron. So really a lot more nutrition, a lot more taste, and a lot more bang for your buck.
I'm sure they're delicious.
Mine kind of looks like a porcupine. I don't think I should be a surgeon.
That's okay. You can toss that guy right in here.
All right.
Perfect. And
listen to that sizzle. I love that sizzling sound.
So good.
That's how you know good food's coming is when it's sizzling like that.
Exactly.
Am I wrong or come on?
And then we just finish it off with a few little sesame seeds.
Ah.
And sometimes what will happen is the meat will seal up nicely on its own, and then you can just cut it. And if not, you can take your spear out and actually strategically place your toothpicks.
So that
and
one's
then
actually finished?
Together.
That one's going to be finished. We'll just let it cool. Cut it off, and then you're ready to
present.
present.
Like this one up here.
Exactly.
So you put a toothpick through every single one. That's smart because then they can pick it up as well like that, right?
Exactly. And it just helps keep it together.
Right.
Multi-purpose.
Multi-purpose, exactly.
And it's something like this essentially doesn't take too long to create. I mean, you're getting something tasty, that's healthy in a sense as well, right? You said only, 3 grams of fat per 3 pieces?
3 to 4 grams of fat. I have my cheat sheet somewhere, but yeah, it's about 4 grams of fat. What I do know for a fact is it's half of what you would get from, let's say, 2 pieces of an hors d'oeuvre that has phyllo.
Right.
3 pieces of this would give you
half
the fat.
And the fake stuff too. Like a lot of those hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah, I never knew phyllo was so bad for you.
Well, yeah, and especially a lot of boxed hors d'oeuvres. Depending on what you're buying, they're not necessarily you don't even know what's in that.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So something like this, 4 major ingredients. Yeah.
All fresh ingredients, and that's basically it.
Sounds good. So it smells delicious in the studio. I'm telling you. We keep saying this, but they do need to invent some smell-o-vision.
Right? And it has the kind of Christmas colors in there too, doesn't it?
Yeah,
yes,
well, that's what it's all about. The red and the green, and the just the fresh and tasty. And
all right, Lydia, you're going to actually stick around for one more segment, and you're going to show us a lot more good tips on when it comes to healthy eating as well as making it tasty at the same time. Especially Christmas is around the corner, so we're all watching our waistline, right?
Definitely.
Stay tuned. Lots more to come.